Did you bring your permanent resident card, your passport, and a form of ID with you?
Yes.
Can I see them?
Yes.
Just hold them up so that I can see them.
Okay.
You can put them away now. Did you come by yourself, or is somebody going to be waiting for you?
I came here by myself.
Okay. Did you fill out this application by yourself?
Yes, I filled it out by myself.
Is there any information that we need to correct on your application?
No.
What is your complete name?
Luis Alberto Ramos González.
What other names have you used in the past?
I have not used any other names.
Are you going to be doing a name change?
Yes, I would like to remove my second last name.
What is your date of birth?
October 4, 1984.
Where were you born?
I was born in Mexico.
Spell the name of the country where you were born.
Mexico.
What is your height and your weight?
I am 5 feet 9 inches tall and I weigh 175 pounds.
What are the last 4 digits of your social security number?
2408.
What is the best contact number for you?
305-503-3305.
When did you become a permanent resident?
In June 2016.
How did you become a permanent resident?
My father petitioned me.
Let me ask you about your marriages. Are you married?
Yes, I am.
How many times have you been married?
One time.
Were you ever married or divorced back in your country of origin?
No, never.
Are either of your parents U.S. citizens?
No.
How do you support yourself?
I have my own business.
When was the last time that you were employed?
I'm currently employed at my business.
What is your address?
110 West Jackson Street, Orlando, Florida.
Spell the name of the street, please.
Jackson.
How long have you lived at this address?
For 5 years.
Where did you live before?
382 East Lincoln Street, Orlando, Florida.
Why did you move?
I moved to a bigger place.
What is your spouse's full legal name?
Anaís Ramos.
What is the citizenship status of your spouse?
She is a U.S. citizen.
When did you get married?
On December 5th, 2018.
Do you have any children?
Yes.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 children.
What are your children's names and their ages?
Luis Ramos Jr. is 1 year old and Alexis Ramos is 3 years old.
Are you the biological parent of your children?
Yes, I am.
Were your children born in the United States?
Yes, they were.
Have you traveled out of the United States since you submitted this application?
No.
When was the last time that you traveled out of the United States?
November 24, 2021.
Where did you go?
I traveled to Mexico.
And how long was this trip for?
For 10 days.
Why did you take this trip?
I took this trip to visit family.
Okay. In the last 5 years, how many total trips have you taken out of the United States?
6 trips in total.
Okay. And in the last 5 years, what are the total amount of days you have spent outside of the United States?
60 days in total.
Okay. Now we are going to do the civics test. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. You will need to answer 6 of them correctly to pass this part of the interview. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens?
Vote in a federal election.
Who is in charge of the executive branch?
The president.
What does the president's cabinet do?
Advises the president.
When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
July 4, 1776.
Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in?
World War II.
What does the Constitution do?
Sets up the government.
Who does a U.S. Senator represent?
All people of the state.
Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s.
Civil War.
What ocean is on the east coast of the United States?
Atlantic Ocean.
When do we celebrate Independence Day?
July 4.
Okay, now we are going to do the reading and writing part of the interview. Please read the following sentence.
Who is the father of our country?
Now, please write the following sentence. President Washington is the father of our country. President Washington is the father of our country. Okay, this is how you write President Washington is the father of our country.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con la práctica? Recuerda que te gustaría prepararte para responder una entrevista como esta. Ofrecemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Please answer yes or no only. You only need to answer yes or no to the following questions, okay? Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No,
Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
no,
Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
no,
Have you ever had, or do you ever have, a heritage title or an order of nobility from any foreign country?
no,
Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined into a mental institution?
no,
Do you owe any federal, state, or local taxes?
nope,
Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident?
no,
Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident?
no,
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or any way associate in any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or another location in the world?
no,
Have you ever been a member of or any way associate either directly or indirectly with the Communist Party, with any other totalitarian party, with a terrorist organization?
no,
Have you ever advocated either directly or indirectly the overthrow of any government by force or violence?
no,
Have you ever persecuted either directly or indirectly any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion?
no,
Okay. Were you ever involved in any way with any of the following: genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relation, not letting someone practice his or her religion?
no,
Were you ever a member or that you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following groups: military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilant unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization.
No.
Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any other following? Prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay?
No.
Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, organization that used weapons against any person or threatened to do so?
No.
What is a weapon?
An object that is used to harm or kill.
Do you ever self-give or provide weapons to any person, or help another person self-give or provide weapons to any person?
No.
Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training?
No.
Did you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve, help, or armed force or group?
No.
Did you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything to help or support people in combat?
No.
Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempt to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason?
No.
Do you understand what cited is?
Yes.
What is cited?
Required to go to court.
Have you ever been charged with committed, attempting to commit, or assisted in committing a crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or rehabilitate program?
No.
No. Have you ever received a suspended sentence, being placed in probation, or being paroled?
No.
Have you ever been in jail or prison?
No.
How about back in your country of origin? Were you ever in prison back in your country of origin?
No.
Did you ever committed a crime back in your country of origin?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever sold, smuggled, controlled substance, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally? Have you ever failed to support your dependents or pay alimony? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
Okay. Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain entry or admission into the United States, or to gain an immigration benefit while in the United States?
No.
Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States?
No.
Have you ever been ordered removed, excluded, or deported from the United States?
No.
Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No.
Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you?
No.
Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Okay. Are you a male who live in the United States between your 18th and 26th birthday?
No.
Okay. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes.
What is the Constitution?
The supreme law of the land.
What is the form of government of the United States?
A democratic republic.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
What is an oath of allegiance?
A promise to be loyal to the United States.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions?
Yes.
Okay. We're almost done. I need to ask you 2 questions. First, what is the first thing you plan to do when you become a U.S. citizen?
I plan on applying for my passport.
Okay? And second, Why do you want to become a U.S. citizen?
Because I love this country and I would like to vote.
Si te gustaría informarte de cómo son las entrevistas en la oficina que a ti te corresponde, dónde tendrás tu entrevista, te invito a que nos sigas en nuestro segundo canal de YouTube, Citizens Ahora. En este segundo canal ponemos experiencias todos los días de diferentes partes del país. Puede ser que una de estas experiencias te dé información que tú necesitas para tu entrevista. Así que no olvides, síguenos en nuestro segundo canal de experiencias, Citizens Ahora.